Good news, everyone. Unless you're not a fan, and then maybe good news. Got the counter strike or the copyright infringement strike on my YouTube channel. I got that taken care of, so now I've got nothing wrong with my channel. I still can't upload videos bigger than 15 because I need to validate the system. Like, I need to make sure, even though I've been uploading videos on this channel for like, what, 4 years now? 5 years maybe? Who knows? Even though I've been doing that, I have to validate my channel to make sure that they know it's my channel. And I don't want to give them my phone number, and that's for two reasons. One, you shouldn't be giving your phone number out to anyone, much less a giant corporation, or medium-sized corporation, I don't know, whatever, don't really care. And the other thing is, my phone is like 5 years old, so I could be getting a new phone any day, and that seems like a big transfer problem. Like, it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of work just to get, if I had to switch it over, and I don't want to deal with that, so I might break down and do it because, frankly, 15 minutes is not enough for me. If you watch any of my videos, you know that. But at least it's got it fixed, and if I do it, I do it. Other good news, even better news, I finished the second part of my RWBY review. Yeah, it's the title of the video. You probably couldn't see that coming. I don't know if you could. You can read, you can't read, whatever. It's not that good. I'm kind of upset with myself because my editing has been really, really bad. And that's not because I'm a bad editor, that's because I'm lazy. And frankly, the reason why I'm so lazy is because I have no viewership. And probably the reason why I have no viewership is that, one, the topics that I review, and two, my editing. So, one, it's like a catch-22 where my bad editing is caused by my no viewership, and my no viewership is caused by bad editing, and blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to do is I think, hopefully, my next couple reviews, hopefully that my editing will get much better. I can actually try to force myself to do it, because either way, it's the difference between good editing and bad editing, like I've been doing, is probably no more than an hour and a half extra of work, and I already put way more time into that. Like, that's not adding too much time. So, like, you'll hear me when I breathe in. I'm fat, I can't breathe. You'll hear me, like, when I didn't edit that, because all you gotta do is just chop that little bit out, and bam, it works much better. And you have to do that early. Because the way I edit it, I do my audio track first, and I do my video track? Yeah, video track. I do my audio track first because the software that I'm using is retarded. The software I'm using is quite retarded, so it's not a very effective audio recorder. So I have to edit the audio because I have this weird speech impediment where I can't read and write. I can't read something that I've written and have it work properly. I don't know. Like, if I'm just doing this mouthing crap, I can get my point out pretty easily. But when I'm reading something, like if I'm reading something I've written, like my script, like here, I've just got something sitting here right there. It's like desperately, I might say desperate or something stupid like that, and I'll have to redo the whole line because I can't pronounce that one word for some reason at that random time. But I'm hoping to fix that because the editing's not so bad. It's like, oh, I can't watch that. It's just a lot of the audio editing is just like, man, you could have just fixed that. There's a click there you could have taken out, and it's like, and I'm sitting here like, why should I put the work into it? Because no one's gonna see it, and blah 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 blah. So we've hit those crossroads. So I'm hoping, because I've been watching Your Movie Sucks a lot, and he's pretty good. I love his humor. I think he's basically like me except for funny. Like, he's an I think I'm better on the intellectual side than him, but he's way funnier, which means he deserves his viewership way more than I do. And I get what, like, at max 100 views per video, like, and that's a good video. That's a big video. So I don't know. But I'm hoping to incorporate some of the stuff, like some of his humor, because his humor wouldn't be hard. His humor, it's not difficult humor, and it's humor that I can do. So I'm thinking of not stealing and borrowing from Your Movie Sucks. I'm just gonna try to see how he does it, and try to pick up the humor in mine a little bit and improve the editing. Because if I improve the editing, then improve the quality, which is always a good thing. If you want to get bigger, you want to get more famous, you definitely got to improve your quality. And the humor would help, because yes, a lot of people do watch my videos for the 10 of you do watch my videos for the intellectual reasons, for me getting deep into a series and discussing and understanding it. But I think if it was funnier, like, it would make it more entertaining, because I love watching some of my stuff, because some of my stuff is terrible. It most certainly is terrible. But I love watching some of my stuff, because it's like, it does, I do, if you felt if you've watched something, if you read something so like if you've read a lot of something that I'm talking about, like my Bakuman review, at least if when I'm rewatching, I'm like, yeah, that's how I felt, and it kind of hits like that, and I think that works. But it's like for the average person who has not seen or does not have the background information, like if you haven't read all of Bakuman, you might not get it. So at least if I made a couple of jokes, you could kind of stick with it. I don't know. I'm rambling. So the next video is up. It's on Daily Motion. It's got a few. I think it's got a few views right now. Last time I checked, it had 10. Which, like I said, I've said this like 30 times already. I don't do this for the viewership. I just do it because I need to get some of this crap out of me and like actually discuss it. And then you get to see and you get to have a conversation with people. And if they're not being a prick, it's not bad really. But people be pricks because it's the internets. Yeah, it's up on Daily Motion. I think it's not that bad. I had a big problem with if you've seen the first one, you know how angry I got with the first one, and it's nothing compared to the second one. It was the first one was just bad, and the fact that I was insulted by the fans and I was basically attacked by the fans kind of forced me to watch the whole thing and to do a review just in spite of them. Just to mock them, just to get back at them. Whereas the second half was literally an insult to me. It really felt like it was for everyone who had an opinion, because I finished it. The first one, I put the video up, and I made it. What was it? It was right after episode... Yeah, it was right after episode... It was before episode 9 aired. Like, it was right before episode 9 aired, and that's when I put my first one up, and then, And then I started, what did I do? Oh yeah, and that's when I got all that, I started spamming it and making fun of everyone. Like, haha, take that, you're dumb. And I know for a fact that these guys watched my review, and then, because it literally seems like they wrote some crap in the second part of it, in the second half of the season. Trust me, I talk about that in the video, so don't comment. In the second half of the season, it almost seems like they, for the critics who actively said no, this is incorrect, that's incorrect, this doesn't make sense. It actively seemed like they added something in to directly counter us that was equally as stupid as the thing that we were talking about, and it was just insulting to us because it basically called us out, told us we were wrong, and then didn't do anything to back that up. And it was like, no, you're dumb. Your points are invalid. How dare you talk about our stupid little series? We're just a stupid little series, and it made me kind of angry. So I cuss a lot, and and if you watch my stuff, I don't really cuss at all, and I really don't. I don't like to because I find it intellectually stifling. Yeah, that's a good word. I find it intellectually stifling to cuss, and it's really I hate doing it. And it feels so unnatural. When I first did it, it felt really unnatural. And when I'm watching it, it doesn't feel too bad. It seems a little bit more natural than after letting it sit for a while than rewatching it. But it was, I had when I first typing it, that's how I felt. That's how I was, and it really made me angry. Like some of the things with Weiss, with her being racist and stuff. If you watch that video and you're like, oh man, that's sexist. You shouldn't say that to a woman like that. And I'm like, I'm not sexist, and she was acting just the way I said she was. So it's I hate to do it because it does seem bad, and it is improper to talk like that about someone, even if it is a fictional character. But it was most certainly warranted, that's for sure. Oh, funny thing. Okay, just to finish this up because I've been rambling for a while. Funny thing is, the first time I actually the video was on Daily Motion for about a month before I recorded it. Before I recorded the YouTube video to link to it. And that's because, what? No. And that was because I got sick. I got sick right after recording the RWBY review. And so I didn't want to do it because, because my throat was all messed up, so I didn't want to record it because, I don't have a pop filter, so I already sound kind of retarded and all blah, 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 blah. This time, it was funny because, I actually didn't do that. The video has been up for maybe a week, which it's my fault for that. It was my fault for, not putting it up. Well, I guess it's my fault for not jumping on it and doing this review, because it's like I'm just sitting here, like, that's 10 minutes. I'm just sitting here just talking for 10 minutes, like, you know, how hard was this? Just stop being so lazy and get up and do it. And the worst problem was, I actually... Here's the thing that's really retarded about my process, is the fact that I actually finished the video a week before I uploaded it. So that video sat in my computer for an entire week. You know, me putting, I don't know how long it took me to write it, how many times I had to rewatch the series, how long it took me to record it, and how long it took me to edit it. And this was a pretty long one to edit, because if you watch the video, I'm kind of a condescending prick in it. But that, like I said, was foreseeable. Like you do all this work for a video you know you're not going to get anything out of, and you don't even put it up for a whole week. It literally sat in my computer for an entire week, and I was like, that's depressing. I should probably get on that. So, and I'm really hoping to actually start getting on my game again and actually starting putting out quality material, just for me, because, you know, no one's gonna watch it. That's the funny thing, which is, it's kind of sad, but, you know, what are you gonna do? I have fun, so that's all. Really, all that matters is I have fun. Ooh, yeah, that's really the only thing that matters. So whatever, I'll do what I want. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you clicked the link. Hope you enjoy it. If you don't like my opinion, we can always talk about it. But also, I do have my a Google Plus account now, because I got it for some retarded reasons, and now I can't at any point argue with you pettily, in a pathetic and petty manner with you in the comments. So if you want to get in an argument about how you think RWBY's any good, well, we can do that, but it's not. So I know I was playing on my Smurf account, and my Smurf account in League of Legends is RWBY Sucks, and so I'm surprising that I know that RWBY's not that big, but it is kind of funny that I've actually met 2 people who liked RWBY on there already, and that's kind of funny. The one I played against, and he was being a prick, while I was just helping a round out, trying to learn, and I was playing, like, Garen with mana items, because, you know, I'm dumb and fun like that, and so he was, like, beefing with me. I'm like, no, man, RWBY's terrible. And then the other guy, I was just playing a bot match, getting my FWAD, and he's like, no, man, I like it. I was like, that's why I said to him, I'm sorry for your loss. I love that. I love saying that to those people. I'm sorry, and if you do like RWBY, I am tremendously sorry for your loss. So, take care.